In 1966, the average American man's haircut cost $1.95. Today it costs close to $40. In 1985, a color television cost $500. Today a better one costs $150. Fewer dollars. Not adjusted for anything. Same country, same money. One of those prices multiplied by 20. The other one fell. Most explanations of rising prices can only account for one of those two facts. Everything interesting sits in the space between them. Here's the measurement it all runs through. Between the mid-60s and today, prices across the American economy rose about 10 times over. 10 times. Anything that rose by less than that got cheaper in real terms, no matter how much bigger the number on the tag looks. It is the one figure that makes every other price in this channel mean something, because a number on its own says nothing. $10 to 100 sounds like a lot until the yardstick says 100 was exactly where it should have landed. Hold that figure up against the world, and the economy splits into three. Some things ran far out ahead. A year of college, a day in a hospital, a seat at the movies. These are the prices people actually feel, and they are not imagining it. When something rises 3 or 4 times faster than everything around it, no household budget quietly absorbs that. It gets noticed at the counter, every single time. Some things quietly went the other way. Televisions, air travel, a shirt off the rack. A loaf of bread costs more dollars than it did in 1960, but not 10 times more. So in real terms, it got cheaper while nobody was looking. These are the prices that fell without anyone throwing a parade, because a thing getting cheaper never makes the news the way a thing getting dearer does. And some things landed almost exactly on the line. A Big Mac cost 45 cents in 1968. Today it costs closer to $6. That one nearly kept pace with everything else. Nearly, but not quite. And the short distance between nearly and exactly is where the whole explanation lives. If any of that has already made a price tag look different than it did a minute ago, that is the entire point of this place. Like the video and subscribe, because there is always another price that turns out stranger than it looks. So it goes one thing at a time. Bread, beer, a cup of coffee, a tank of fuel, a dozen eggs, a car, a month's rent, a plane ticket, a place to live. What it cost then, what it costs now, and the part that actually matters, why? Because every one of those prices has its own reason, and the reasons are not interchangeable. Some things got expensive because of wages, and a barber cutting one head of hair an hour cannot get faster the way a factory can. Some got expensive because of oil or taxes, or because 4 companies ended up making all of it and stopped competing on price. Telling those reasons apart is the entire job, and it is the difference between explaining a price and just complaining about it. Then there is the other end of the scale, things whose price has nothing left to do with the thing itself. A handbag that costs more than a car, a piece of printed cardboard that changes hands for the price of a house, a pair of sneakers worth more than the month of wages that stitched them. Here the question is no longer why something got expensive, but what makes a value real in the first place, and when it becomes nothing more than a signal that someone, somewhere, agreed to pay it. And underneath all of it sits the largest number of them all, the money itself. $1 today buys what a dime bought in the mid-60s. In 1971, it was cut loose from gold, and from that day on, it meant only what a promise means. What $1 is actually worth has never been a fixed thing. It is a story still being written, with a few very sharp breaks in it, and every price in every video is really a measurement taken against that shifting line. No panic, no predictions, no advice. Prices are strange enough on their own. What is left is a single question. The things people need keep rising faster than the things people make. Those two lines have been pulling apart for 60 years, and no rule of economics says they have to meet again. How long does a system hold together like that? One thing at a time. The prices, the breaks, the slow hollowing out of the dollar itself. That is finance collapse. The real account of what you can and cannot afford.